Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how I feed my sourdough starter. This is what I have left over after a busy day of baking, and I just pulled this out of the fridge. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is take my sourdough discard and put it in a little container so that I can rinse out this jar. I typically rinse out my jar every other time I feed my starter. You don't have to rinse out your jar every other time you bake with it. This is just something that I prefer to do. It also depends on how often you're feeding your sourdough starter as well. And I keep my sourdough starter in the fridge in between each feeding. Okay, now I have my nice clean jar ready to go. Make sure that you reset your scale down to 0 before you begin. Okay, now to add your sourdough discard. And this will end up being exactly 122 grams of discard. Okay, now be sure to zero out your scale before you add your water. Now, just like the discard, I'm going to add 122 grams of water. You can also warm your water to 75 to 80 degrees if you would like your sourdough starter to rise a little faster, but this isn't necessary. Okay, now you're going to zero out your scale again, and you're going to add 122 grams of all-purpose non-bleached flour. Now that you have added the flour, you're going to mix this very well. You want it to be kind of like the consistency of pancake batter. Okay, now you wipe down the sides of your jar. That looks good. Then you cover your starter with a towel or something that will allow airflow. It still keeps your jar covered. After about 4 to 8 hours, you will see that your sourdough starter has doubled, if not rose a little bit more, and it should look nice and bubbly. If you're not sure if your sourdough starter is ready to bake with or not, you can always take a little spoonful of your starter and put it in some water. If the starter floats in the water, then it is ready to bake with. As you can tell, this starter is floating, so it is ready to be used. If you liked this video, please consider liking and subscribing. I hope you have a great day and happy baking!